All things frozen in the Arctic are seeing record or near record decline. Permafrost, we're seeing in 2019 some record temperatures in permafrost around the Arctic, and we've now shifted into a regime where it looks that permafrost is now adding to the carbon and the methane in the atmosphere and not acting to help take it up. So at this point, permafrost is now a partner in another one of these vicious cycles where we thaw permafrost, we release additional carbon and methane into the atmosphere, causing additional warming, playing into more permafrost melt or thaw. It's certain that the number one control on what happens in the future is what people do. All of these different elements of the cryosphere or frozen things, how they look in the future looks dramatically different if we are taking very strong action to reduce greenhouse gas emissions versus if we are following a path like today. It's something where we see dramatic differences in how much permafrost thaws. We see very dramatic differences in how much sea ice is lost and whether, for example, we get ice-free Arctic in the summer. And we also see very, very big differences in how much and how quickly we lose land ice, like the Greenland ice sheet. We saw some really nice research come out in this last year, actually looking at the Greenland ice sheet out for the next 1,000 years, and the difference between following a very aggressive path of action in reducing greenhouse gas emissions versus what we're doing today is quite truly the difference between losing all of the Greenland ice sheet or keeping the vast majority of it. That's all just a matter of human action. So there's no question that the number one control knob for how our cryosphere is going to change is humans.
Okay, so are we now in the midst of a gigantic release of methane that is going to destroy civilization in the coming decade?
We are not currently in the midst of a massive release of methane or carbon that has a certain outcome of devastation. We are nowhere near a point where we should put our heads in the sand or throw up our hands and feel that there's not something we can do. Absolutely, there are many things we can do, and indeed what we do will be the primary determinant of what things look like in the future.